everybody, I am back again for a Monday mini. Crystal Anger here with Artistic Chris. I'm so happy you could join me for this Monday mini. If you're watching the replay, I'm super excited that you're here. And I just wanted to start by saying that these Monday minis are so good for finding time to paint. So if you are somebody who loves to paint and be creative and you need that creative outlet, but you just don't have the time and time is always an issue for you, then these are great because they are guilt-free, super easy, quicker tutorials. So you can paint beautiful things in under 30 minutes. You can get your creative time in and you can do it all without feeling like you're taking time away from something else that should be done. I like to put the should in exclamation marks because we tend to think that being productive involves having some kind of either financial reward or reward from somebody else saying, you know, we did a good job or something like that. But in reality, sometimes the best reward is one that we can give ourselves, and that's time for self-care. It's time for letting out our creative outlet, which a lot of the time really lowers our stress, our anxiety. It boosts us out of, you know, maybe a depressive state or a state where we are just like, what is happening? You know, I'm not feeling anything. So this is a great opportunity to jump in, dip your toes in and get started. So we're gonna start today with, last week we did a boho theme and I want to continue on that. For anybody who painted the boho theme last week, and you loved it and you wanted to kind of find something else that maybe you could hang on your wall to go with that other one that we did, I'm going to continue it and do another painting here. If you haven't watched it yet, go ahead and jump to my other video and watch that one. And you can paint both. So I have some colors on my plate here and we're going to get started. So I just have a filbert brush here. This is a size 8. And I just created some pastel colors last week that were really light, kind of summery, and we're gonna stick with those for this painting as well, just so that we can kind of match the one we did last week. So I'm gonna go ahead and just move over some of this color here, which is light blue violet. And I do have a little bit of white here left that I'm going to go ahead and mix in just to lighten it a bit. So I have that color there, and I don't actually want to use that color first. I'm going to rinse out my brush, and I'm going to come in with this brown. This is a burnt umber. Let me get a little bit more white on my plate here. And I'm going to mix this burnt umber with some white and get a really nice light taupey color. And I'm gonna just turn my book here just so I have a good angle, and I'm gonna cut in and on a 90-degree angle and just make a fun kind of shape here. And we're just gonna fill this in. So we're just covering this whole space in here. I need to mix a little bit more. try to get it as close as we can to our color that we already mixed. There we go. So we have our first color done. I'm going to rinse out my brush. And I am going to come into that color we've mixed already, that blue violet. And we're going to come in from this side and just create another shape. And you can do any shapes you want, so there's no right or wrong here. You're just creating some shapes and filling that in. Just going to go carefully along this edge here. Go, and we're going to rinse out our brush again. And then we have here some magenta, some yellow, and a little bit of white that I had mixed together. So I'm going to take my magenta here. I'm going to put a little bit more yellow on my plate. And we're going to mix that together. I'm going to grab some white. Let's get a nice peachy color, maybe a little bit more white. And then you can wipe the excess off your brush if there is a ton on there. We want to have a little bit better control by not having too much paint on our brush. And then we can come in and we can put in another shape here. So maybe we start down here. I'm going to just kind of outline this close to here, coming up. Maybe I'll bring it up even further. We're just filling that in. And I'm going to just bring this along here just a little bit, like it's kind of going in behind. And then I'm going to continue it over here. So just kind of bringing it down. I kind of think I want to bring it up a little higher. I'm going to bring it right over top here. There we go, that's better. I'm gonna rinse out my brush again. And I'm gonna bring in, so I have a pastel yellow here. So I just did some bright yellow with some white. And I'm gonna create one more here. And we're just gonna fill that in like we have been. That's so pretty. And then I want to create, I'm going to take this orange again and I'm going to create like a little sun in the sky. So just grabbing some more of that peachy color. And then I just want to decide where I want it. So I'm just trying to think if I want it over this here or more over here. I think I'll put it more on this side. And I'm just going to create a bracket this way and a bracket this way. Fill that in, and then we can go ahead and just make it a little bit more even. Make sure you have enough paint on your brush. That way you can get a smooth edge. And you can always take and trace a circle out if you wanted to. If you have a shape you want to trace it out, you could always do that too. Okay. And I'm going to leave that like that. And I'm going to go ahead and blow dry this. Okay. So last week we did you know, a painting that had leaves that were a little bit bigger, a little bit more spread out. If you want to stick with the botanical theme, that's awesome, but you can always change up the way that your flowers look. So I'll show you last week's here. So this is what we did last week. Get that out of the way. So you can see that the leaves are a bit wider. I did some different things inside some of the leaves just to show you like if you could do them all like this or you could leave them like that. But this week I think we're gonna do something just a little bit thinner. So a little bit more wispy and a little bit more fun, and maybe we can have it coming down this way instead. So instead of coming up, we can have it coming down. And I have my pencil here. I'm just gonna draw it out first. I'm just gonna bring down a leaf like that. It doesn't have to come all the way. And then I'm gonna just create some skinny little long scraggly leaves here. Just maybe a little tiny stem off of them, and then have them kind of coming out long and skinny. And I know it's going to be hard to see this right now, but I'm going to go over it in black and you're going to be able to see it a lot better. It's almost just like a tropical plant. And I'm just alternating sides. Okay. And then we can take, and I'm just going to go over that with the pen here. So I just have a gel pen. I guess I should tell you that. A black gel pen. Instead of painting it, the botanical is really nice if it's, you know, a controlled thin line. So it's okay to come in with a gel pen and do it that way. can see there we have a nice leaf coming in. I feel like I would like another one here. I'm gonna do another one there. Bring one out. I feel like it's a little bare. And then you can just fill in where you want. So like if you do it and you feel like it's a little bit bare, you can go ahead and fill it in. I feel like this one is too. Just need a little bit more in there. There we go. I like that a bit better. And then you can go in and you can add anything you want to it. So maybe this, we make it a little bit thicker here. So we kind of bring in a double line. It's kind of fun just to make it uneven all the way up. And we can add, you know, maybe we add another little line over here to this one. So these are different things you can do to create your art. And it just gives it a little bit more character just by adding some fun extra lines. You could go ahead and you could paint these in solid black and just have, you know, like a darker image in here, like a more solid image. Make it pop a little bit more even. I kind of liking just these fun lines where I'm not really in control. I like to create art sometimes where I'm not in control because I tend to want to always be in control. So if you're somebody who like really, you know, has to have it perfect, it's nice sometimes where it just lands where it lands. It gives you a little bit more freedom to feel like you can let loose a little bit more. So you can see that extra line in there. It's just creating a whole different feeling to this painting. So I'm going to continue to go in and do that on this side, just so you could see a nice finished product. Another thing you could also add to these paintings is a little bit of white, would really make them pop out. I'm not going to do that today, but a lot of times if you add a little bit of white into the color, that can make it pop too. But I'm just kind of weaving in and out. So I'm on that side of the line, and then I'm in the line, and then I'm on this side, back out, and just kind of creating a really unsteady line here. And I'll straighten this out. And then you can see we have another beautiful boho kind of theme, makes you feel summery. So if you look at this one here, show you that one there, and then we bring in this one here. You can hang these on your wall as matching decor. It would look really nice. If you want to make it even more cohesive, you could add kind of the double line here like this, like I did here on this one in these leaves, just to make it a little more cohesive. But we've got our color combinations going there, the same kind of botanical theme. So I hope everyone enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, subscribe to my channel. Every Monday I throw out a Monday mini. Eventually I'm going to start throwing in some nice inspirational stuff in this channel too, because I think it's really important to not feel bad about painting, find time for ourselves, you know, grow mentally as we age, just keep growing and learning and not feeling guilty for that. So tapping into more of the mindfulness aspect of life. So I would like to add that to this channel as well. So subscribe and hit the bell notification. Also, feel free to look in the description. I have a Facebook page where you can message me and send me your paintings and let me see what you've created. Thank you so much, everyone, and I will see you soon.